94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. One Castillo with you. Now, the historic Dixwell QHouse is going to be doing the first annual fall ball. Esteemed Masquerade Elegance, Legacy, and Community Impact is going to take place on September 19th, Friday, 5:30 p.m. at the Q House, located at 197 Dixwell Avenue in New Haven. And there's going to be quite a few outstanding community leaders are going to be honored. Sandy Jackson is going to be honored. David Dyer is going to be honored. Also, Dr. Fred Smith, an alumni, a driving force behind the creation of the Winchester School and now Wexler Grant School. He's going to be honored. Of course, he also started the Freddie Fixer posthumously. He's going to be honored. And also, my brother, Kermit Carolina, supervisor of youth development and engagement in New Haven Public Schools, is going to be honored. How you doing, man?
Hey, brother, I'm great, man. Especially talking with you, brother. I haven't spoken to you in a while, man.
Absolutely, man.
So I'm
Absolutely.
excited to be here.
You still got that crossover, man?
Man, those days are over, Juan. Those days are over,
I
brother.
hear you, brother. Well, listen, we're so proud of you, man. Everything that you've done for our community as a coach, man. You're always going to be coach to me, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So tell me about the Q House and what kind of impact that had on your life, bro.
Man, listen, bro. I talk to my friends about it all the time, man. I mean, the Q House raised us, man, when our parents weren't around, man. Our parents, worked hard to try to provide us with shelter and food and all other basic needs, man. They went out there and did their thing, man. And when they weren't home, we were at the Q House, man. We were in the Dixwell neighborhood, you know what I mean? And when we were at the Q House, or we were at Winchester School in the after school program. We were at the church right there on the corner. Just man, listen, but the Q House in particular, man, it was a safe space, man. Safe place to be with some very powerful adults, man, who made a difference in my life. They raised expectations for us. And they made us behave properly, man. They stayed on us when our parents weren't around. And it was a fun place to be, man, where we learned a lot. Just a lot about life experiences and life skills, man. So
yeah, now
it hold dear to my heart.
And who would have thought, man? I mean, from those early days, I mean, you went on to, do some great things in college, and then you came back home, man. Talk about how when you came home from college and coaching, and let's talk a little bit about you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. But listen, I as much as I like to talk about me, brother. I do appreciate the love. There was so many people in the community. Who I am is a reflection of the people I was exposed to growing up, man.
Yes.
Everything I do today is based on what is the love they gave me, the sense of belonging they gave to me, man. Some very, very outstanding people, man. And I can't have this interview without naming some of these people, man. I'm gonna quickly just tell you, man. Sylvia here, man, Miss Here, my coach, my first coach,
yes,
was and the former phys ed teacher at Winchester School, man. Every time I saw her, brother, even when I came home from college, how you doing, son? Man, I'd sit there and have to rattle off what I was doing, and I knew it was the level of expectation she had of me. So people like her, Mr. Bill, who was at the Q House, Mustafa Abdul Salam, who was the director at the time. Even my girl Dee Dee now, she was, grown woman, obviously. I see her now, but Dee Dee ran a dance program for young ladies there. People like that, man. Miss Bracy, Mink Fernandez, even the community leaders like Donald Morrison, Pete Gray at the Neighborhood Corporation, Mayola Reddick, who did a lot of great things for people in the projects. These are all great people, man. And I'd be remiss not to mention them, man, because they did a lot for us. And what I want to also say, Juan, I don't want to lose this time, is that the Black businesses and the social organizations that supported us during that time, we were able to play in the Walter Pop Smith Baseball League that still goes today. And big shout out to those who have it, who continue the legacy of it. But if you think about Right Way Cleaners, Walt Cleaners, the Knickerbockers, the Elks Club, I can go on and on. All those people put money and resources to make sure that we had something to do every summer at the Walter Pop League. So big shout out to them, and then big shout out to the current staff that's currently there now. People like Diane Brown, Henry Fernandez, who I have a great deal of respect for and what he does, and all the other people at the Q House now. So I just had to get that in, brother. If I don't have a chance to say
definitely,
thank you to those
man.
people, I needed to say that to them, man. But the biggest shout out I want to send is to the committee who kept the Q House alive. Under the leadership of Jeanette Morrison, alder woman Jeanette Morrison, who I grew up with. I have so much respect for her, man. She's the woman. Sometimes we forget. We everyone's got an opinion about what's going on, right?
Right.
But they don't realize that when you're the person in the arena and you're in the middle of the fight, it's easy for people to throw the arrows at the person in the arena having the fight. But what we forget is that they're fighting for us. And and Jeanette is one of my all-time superheroes who remembers what the Q House was for her and for all of us. And I just want to say to her, thank you for keeping that dream alive and for bringing all the people around you, all the seniors around you to help you keep the Q House going. And I want to support her and others as much as I can. And if I had to say anything to people listening, please come out. Please support the Q House. Forget about us as the awardees. Well, I appreciate the award, but I think it's more important that we put our money back into places like the Q House for all of our young people who need a sense of belonging and a safe place to go.
Yeah,
So,
big up
I'm
to
sorry,
all.
I just get that in.
Oh no, that's cool. And big up to all the women Morrison, and also the proceeds from this fall ball will support the Q House transformative programs for youth and families, ensuring that it continues to serve as a vital hub for culture growth and opportunity in our community. And but brother, listen, let's not boo-hoo what you've done, right? Because we're very proud of you, man, and what you've done. You came home, Hill House, basketball, and you coached them to championships, and and now you working on that PhD, as you told me earlier. So we're gonna be calling you doctor soon. But listen, man, thank you so much.
Hopefully by December.
By December, that's wonderful. But listen, thank you so much for calling in, man. Again, folks can still get tickets, so just go to 943wybc.com for more information about that. My brother, have a great day. Thank you so much for calling in, man.
Thank you, brothers. And everyone, please support the Q House. Please come on out, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right? Make some donations. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for the time and energy.
Sure.
I appreciate you.
It's the Rhythm of the City, 94.3.
Big shout out to shout out to Carla Morrison, Chit Chat.
Oh, yeah,
Communications.
No question.
Outstanding job. Thank you, Carla, for setting this up.
Absolutely.
Take care, brother.
It's 94.3 WYBC, the Rhythm of the City.